So, y'all, I wanted to come in here and talk about some comments that was left on a video. Video was titled, "This Isn't a Gender Warring Channel," and that video was made based on a comment that a one Miss Unbothered Movement made on my other channel about her not standing with black men that don't see her worth. And I made a video going in on that comment. And not just that comment, but the climate that I see around YouTube. I think she personalized it a little bit more than I did when I made the video, but that's fair. And she left this comment on this video. Now I'm going to go through the entire comment thread, and we're going to deal with a couple things here. One, the plans and solutions for black people. That's going to be the main topic here. We're going to go through these comments, though, and talk about some of the things that's being said here. Now, her comment reads, "Middle finger, really? I see you have no plans, no worries." Now, on my video, she was suggesting that we deal with the racist within our community, colorist, and things like that. And, you know, it's funny to me, but we'll deal with that here in a little bit. But she's saying I don't have no plan, right? Then we got brother Jordan Barrett. It says, according to your username, you're supposed to be unbothered. So what's wrong with what Rob is saying? This ain't a black man, black woman gender war channel. Also, he's been discussing plans, but y'all not hearing him. I'm going to give you a fucking internet dap and a shoulder bump for this comment. Don't nobody be hearing shit I'm talking about. Like, ain't nobody trying to listen to the shit I'm talking about. And I'm going to tell y'all why here in a minute. She says, bruh man's got so triggered by what I said on his last live, it's comical. Rather than address concerns of an ally, he decides to create an enemy. And that wasn't my intention, to create an enemy, but to make a clear line as to what this channel is about. If you became an enemy, that's fine. I really don't give a fuck, but it is what it is. She goes on to say he has some good talking points, but no solution. Anybody can point out what's wrong in our community. Interesting. Haru Jr. says, literally the entire point of his channel is to pass on a sense of pride, priority, and culture to future generations. A solution if I ever seen one. You also get a YouTube dap and a shoulder bump. That's what I'm talking about. Everybody don't need to start a business to create a turning point in black history. His solution is clear and unwavering, and he stayed in his lane the entire time. YouTube dap and shoulder bump. These are people who I can tell actually watch my stuff, not just pop in and out. Miss Unbothered says, how do you pass on pride when there are so many racist issues that must be dealt with within our community? Now, racist issues in our community, what she's saying is coons. Like, it's so many coons amongst us. So wouldn't the solution be first to get niggas to stop cooning? Isn't that what the fuck I be talking about day in and day out? Like, get the fuck out of here. I don't understand some of these people. It is what it is. I'll continue. This is a lengthy, now this comment right here, this lady made, this is a lengthy comment right here. Y'all just stick with me. This is from a Coco Banana 23, right? Coco said, at this point, Rob just be talking. If you don't agree with anything he says, he attacks you. At this point, I'm tired of watching his videos when he don't really be talking about nothing. If it's not a culture topic, and I'm tired of getting yelled at, like, chill. She don't like getting yelled at. Okay. In the live before this one, you made some good points about first tackling issues within the community. And I said to Rob, that's what you choose to talk about in the comment she made instead of the other points made. You was having a conversation with the chat. That one comment wasn't about the video topic, right? No, you were wrong. She actually bragged about the topic that she made in my video. He be all over the place in his videos just talking. Now y'all know I've been clear and concise in my videos. To say I'm all over the place means you must be a motherfucking coon and you have a problem with what's being said. I don't be all over the place. It's stop cooning. It is what it is. Black first, second, and third. Rob used to have good cohesive videos, funny laid back videos, and conspiracy theories. Now I don't know what he's talking about half the time. These are the people that like the stuff I used to make where I wasn't really dealing with race. They wanted to come have a good entertaining time. You got people like that miss that type of conversation. That's back in the day. She missed those type of videos. It'd be the same old shit like, you not tired, dude? Yeah, I am tired. You running your BP, I don't know, you running your BP because black people won't change? Yeah. Everybody not gonna wake up, and that's okay. Okay, some people gonna wake up though, right? Once you realize that, the happier you'll be. And here's the thing, man. I hate that people think that, you know, if you're talking to black people and you're trying to convince black people to change things about themselves, which I have done that. There's been black people that has messaged me like, hey, because of your videos, I start looking at things differently. No, everybody not going to change, but some people are. And I'm going to be the reason that they even get on this path. That's my job here. Like, I'm not unhappy in life in general, but I am unhappy with the state of black people's mindsets. I am unhappy with that. And don't feel no type of way about it. I didn't even cuss this lady out. I said, I respect your choice to stay away from here. Go where you can respect and understand the message. And I told the lady who made the initial comment, I say, I invite you to a panel to discuss my lack of plans versus all the plans you have. Would that suffice? She says, you just a town crier. Why would anyone bother? Now, this is me inviting her to have a conversation. Inviting her to have a conversation with me. Come tell me about the lack of plans. Come tell me about the plans that you have so I can get a better understanding of what you're saying, because all you saying is niggas need to stop cooning. Now, unless you're going to kill these coons, unless that's the mission, then there's nothing to do but to get the coons to see that they being coons and to get them to stop. A lot of times we'll talk about understanding psychology. All of us like to act like we shrinks and shit. Anytime you do any study of psychology, or even if you have done any work as far as addiction counseling, what you know is that you have to get a person to see if they got a problem first before they can address it. You know that. Everybody should know that. So me telling a colorist, hey, you know, you a colorist. That's really all you can say to that motherfucker. You a colorist. They're going to say, I'm going to say, yeah, you is. Are they going to change then? No, because they're a fucking coon. So they're not going to change. They're not going to see a problem with their behavior. They're not going to see anything wrong with that behavior. Because you have to first get them to realize the coon shit that they own. That's what I'm doing here. All you're doing is breaking it down into categories. Well, this person's a colorist, and you use the word racist. We are racist within the black community. All you're saying is that niggas is coons. You're not saying nothing no different. You think you are, but you're not saying anything any different. And I would argue if they weren't raised to be coons, then they wouldn't be coons to begin with. Solution. Now, let's talk about solutions for a second. Because if you've been watching my stuff, both lives and my videos, do you know I talk about solutions? Now, the problem is black folk don't really like solutions if it doesn't involve a pyramid scheme where niggas can make money. Black folk don't like solutions like that. We may want to build a school, but we don't talk about the mentality that a parent would have to bring their child to that school. We don't deal with that part. But we have to deal with that part. We have to deal with the fact that we feel safer in white neighborhoods. We feel better about being around these caves. This is the mentality I'm dealing with. The only way a solution will be prosperous is if first black people realize that there's a need for a solution. Niggas don't even realize that there's a need for a solution to begin with. Those are just facts. You can talk about solutions all day. There have been solutions laid out before I even got here. And that's one of the things that I noticed, that we still keep trying to ask for solutions. Motherfucker, all the solutions have been laid out. That's before I was even born. Every solution you need has been laid out. The problem is black people don't listen to those solutions. Black people don't even see a problem. You must first get black people to see a problem before they realize that there is a need for a solution. Period. So I'm doing the pre-solution work. A black person has to be in the mindset first. Any amount of therapy that you do, let's say you go to a therapist, they're going to have to get you to talk about the problems you have and to realize you have an issue first. That's the only way they can help you. I'm trying to get black folk to realize that they be on some coon shit, they worship the motherfucking caves and hate themselves all the time. First. That's the first work you gotta do. Or anything else isn't gonna matter. All the solutions was laid out before I was born. Why the hell wasn't black folk doing this shit before I got here? Black people are interested in solutions that involve pyramid schemes. Black folk believe that making money is the key to all problems. Not the mentality that we have. Just making some money. And if we can make some money, everything else will be all right. Without black pride, money isn't going to mean much for our people. Without the pride, it ain't going to mean anything. We worship all things cave. Without dealing with that mentality first, you're not going to be able to get to any solutions, y'all. It just is what it is. It is what it is. You may not like that. You may not respect that. You may not care nothing about that. But I'm telling you, because of all the books written, all the speeches given before I was born, and black folk was still in this state. When I got here, black folk continued to be in that state. When I came into walking on this path of so-called consciousness, we still here. There are people that died giving solutions. People that are still living and wrote books about solutions. I think about Dr. Claude Anderson. Now, I may not agree with everything he said, but I know he gave some solutions. And I know black people ignored those solutions. So we understand, when you asking me what the solution is for black people to stop cooning. That mindset alone is holding us back. Being on some anti-black coon shit. Worshiping all things white. Without dealing with this mindset. You can call it colorist. You can break it down as much as you want to. We can go through every topic. At the end of the day, the bottom line is these motherfuckers be cooning. And they're being raised to be coons by their parents. That's what it is. The solutions have been put out here. Y'all can build how many ever youth centers you want to in the hood. You can build them. You can have some schools. But if it's a pro-black school, most black people won't even bring their kid to that school. It's a sad, harsh reality. Because we're not dealing with the mindset. Brother Malcolm asked you, who taught you to hate yourself? He asked you. And he was talking about the white man. This day and age, I would argue that it's black parents. Yeah. I would argue that. So when you asking me what's the solution? What's the plan? My plan, I can't speak to what is a plan in your mind. My plan is to get black people to realize the coon shit they be on and have them stop cooning first. Once that work is done, other works can be done. Until that work is done, everything that we talking about out here does not matter. Black people only see purpose in having black pride in February, or in an effort to protest against police brutality. That's it. And that shit lasts from a Monday to a Friday and it's over. When we're talking about solutions and the amount of people you've seen talk about so-called solutions, the great people we saw talk about solutions, why were they ignored? What makes me more powerful than them? They was being ignored when I got here. Black people have to realize that there is a problem first. And the problem with black people is that we don't realize there's a problem as long as we can secure a bag, start a business, like brother said up here. That's not the only way to move black people forward, is to start a damn business. That's not the only way. But that's what we believe. It's about starting businesses. And I would argue that the mentality that we have is our biggest issue. Therefore, solutions can't be brought to the table, because niggas don't want to hear it unless there's a pyramid scheme involved. Unless there's something for sale. That's how black folk are. We want to be sold something. We want to be sold solutions. Me just talking to you about it, that's not even good enough for black folk. You got to be sold something. Our mentalities have not been able to take the solutions that we've been given since before I was born. Those are facts. We don't realize that there's a problem. These are facts. And of course, I'm hoping somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But all these books, all these master teachers, and y'all asking me about some solutions? I mean, like, it makes no sense. I've given you my solutions. Stop cooning. That ain't good enough. There has been no solution good enough for black people. Ain't been one. Nothing is good enough for us. Most of the solutions take work. And black folk ain't trying to hear that. You want to make it colorism, misogyny, feminism, whatever you decide is the breakdown of the issues within our community. At the root of that, because she gave a speech about getting down to the root cause, is cooning. Like, what the fuck? I don't understand niggas. The root cause is cooning. The root cause is your parent taught you to be a coon. And you teaching your kids to be coons. That's the root cause. We see no value in each other. We're not taught that. There is no codes here. How the hell, Nilly Fuller? You talking about some solutions? Y'all ignored Nilly Fuller. I can't compete with that. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm listening to all these motherfuckers. They done laid out all these solutions. And black folk ignored them all. So what's the problem? Oh, it must be that niggas is coons. Self-hating ass anti-black coons. Niggas only care about securing a quick bag. A hustle. That's why Nilly Fuller was ignored. That's why Malcolm X was ignored. That's why Dr. Amos Wilson was ignored. That's why John Henry Clark was ignored. That's why. And they're continuing to be ignored. Because y'all don't really want no damn solutions. You want get rich quick schemes. You want to be sold black power. Like, what? The Black Panther Party solutions. Y'all ain't interested in that shit. Don't ask me what the fuck the plan is. The plan is for me to get niggas to stop cooning. Like, what? That's my mission. That's what I'm doing. Like, if you don't like that, I understand. If you don't get it, I understand. And respect your decision to not get it. But it's been very cohesive and concise. I've been clear about it for a long time. The fact that ain't nobody listening to me is fine. It ain't gonna stop me from saying it. Ain't nobody interested in this. Because don't nobody want to kill that little coon inside. They still want to have fun. Black folk want to have fun and be entertained and laugh and kiki and drink and get fucked up and dance and vote and pray to cave Jesus. Like, presenting solutions to these people. No. You gotta get them to stop cooning first. Malcolm X even said that. That's one of the biggest mistakes of the movement. Is not dealing with the minds of the people you trying to move. Where the fuck you gonna go if you don't deal with the minds of the people you trying to move? This girl told me in this comment down here, she gonna say, oh, she like the more chill, laid back. I need to calm down. She like the old, the nigga with the tattoos. She liked all that shit. People don't want no parts of what the fuck I be talking about. Don't want no parts of it. Don't want to listen to it. Don't give a fuck nothing about it. I'm not going to change it, but these are just the facts. I have to be selling you something. I got to write a book and give you a book to ignore. Make a DVD that you'll ignore. Talk about building a school that you'll ignore. Building a museum that you'll ignore. I gotta be on some shit like that. What's the plan? What's the solution? Stop cooning. Recognize that you cooning and stop. Stop worshiping the caves. Recognize that you worship the caves and stop. See that your behavior that you're taking when you doing this black man versus black woman shit, see who that works for. See what your behavior, who it supports. And stop. Solution. Niggas still ain't gonna care. Niggas still gonna be asking me what's the solution. That's our problem though. You see what I'm saying? We're not interested in that though. And I get tired of people acting like y'all want solutions. Stop playing. That's not real. That's not real at all. Or you would be studying our master teachers because they already done told us all the solutions. And I think a lot of them skipped over a very important step, and that's the mentality of black folk. But the solutions is there. The solutions are there. Like there's They're not hiding from nobody. They're right there. And we ain't doing none of that shit. So how you explain that? I'm working on the mentality. The black people who hit me up and say, man, it was you. You the one got me on this path. That's me being a part of the solution. I see now I was on some coon shit. That's me being a part of the solution. I showed them that. These young kids that will tell me like, man, you know, I'm listening to what the fuck you talking about. My parents ain't teaching me this shit. I'm being a part of the solution. I'm raising my kids not to be coons. A part of the solution. Like, what more would y'all want from somebody? Want me running around giving speeches, collecting money, taking ticket prices and shit? Is that what, is that how to get respect from niggas? Holding seminars? Taking a fee? Like, come on now. It's not that I'm not presenting the solutions, it's that y'all don't give a fuck about the solutions that I'm presenting. That's not my fault. That's not my fault. And if you want to take the time out to deal with the colorists in the community, anything outside of killing them, you're wasting your time. Unless y'all gonna want to kill all coon, unless y'all want to do that. Just kill everybody. Outside of that, you gotta get them to realize that they're cooning. The so-called unbothered movement, the so-called racists within our community, those are coons. Ma'am, those are coons. And the only way you're going to do anything about those people is to get them to realize that they're coons. To get them to realize that they have a problem first. To open their minds up to being able to be put on a path that will get them out of that mindset. That's the only way. There is no other solution other than killing them. That's it. That's all. I don't have a pyramid scheme. I know some of y'all don't like that. I don't got one. I'm not running around charging black people to listen to me speak. You can hear me speak for free right here. I'm not doing all that. I don't got a school opening. I don't have a museum opening. No, I don't DVDs. Like, I don't got nothing for sale for y'all. Other than some I got some t-shirts. But I ain't got nothing big. I'm not crowdfunding, and I'm not, because I know us. And we got to deal with the mentality first. We don't even see if there's a problem. And until we see there's a problem, presenting all these solutions like some of our great master teachers did are going to fall on deaf ears like it have been. It's going to be the same situation. Black folk have to be interested in this shit first. First and foremost, they have to be interested. And I'm trying to make sure that we're interested. I'm trying to, shake us into being interested, but you can't make black people be interested. You can't make us. I wish I could, but you can't do that. So for these types of comments, people who miss the old me, like it is what it is. I still got the same sense of humor. I'm still laid back, just like that. Ask anybody to know me in real life. But my attention is on trying to get our people to see what the fuck going on out here and wake up from the slumber so solutions are more able to be acted out and acted upon rather than being ignored like we've ignored everybody that ever did this work. We've ignored all of them. Every single one of them. And I forgot, well, of course, black people love to have religion pitched to them too. They love that shit. To have some religion pitched to them. I'm not doing that, so, I'm not doing nothing if you ask black folk. If I was in the NOI saying this shit and giving praises to Allah and all this shit, y'all might listen to me a little bit more, but since I ain't doing all of that, y'all need some God to serve, I can't help that you're not listening. Not my fault, not my responsibility. Mad love to the people that are. Mad love to the people that can acknowledge that I've been giving solutions. Been giving solutions for a long time. Just that black people have no interest in killing the coon within them. That's not a solution that we want to hear. We want to still turn up, party, goddamn worship caves. Like, we want to do all that. Worship celebrities. We want to do all that. Get a couple dollars, secure a bag, and call that black power, black excellence is what niggas will say. Oh, that's black excellence. Look at that money. You know. That's all the fuck I wanted to say, man. Y'all can comment if you need to comment, if you understand what I'm saying. Mad love to the people who do understand what I'm talking about. Who are doing the work to kill the inner coon within yourself. Who understand what I'm doing here. Who respects what I'm doing here. The rest of you motherfuckers just get off this channel. Get out of here. Yeah, this is not the place for you. It is what it is. Just get out. It's cool. I'm not mad about it. I have no malice. Anybody who wants to come up and do a panel with me, a panel discussion, I'm open for that. If you feel as though, you know, either I'm talking some bullshit or I'm tripping or, you know, I'll leave the space open. It won't be a hostile environment. I'm not here to be hostile towards nobody. You want to come up on a panel and holler at me, do that. This lady declined. She declined the panel. But I just believe that that's because she ain't had shit to fucking say to me. She didn't have nothing to say. Anybody who want to come up and challenge my talking points, I welcome you to do so. You do not have to agree with me. I'm not going to bite your head off for disagreeing with me. And anybody who fuck with me for real, no, I don't do that shit. I don't do that. Unless you start disrespecting me, and then that's a whole different situation. Whole different situation. But I'm not running a gender war channel. I don't engage in that shit. If you don't like that, fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not doing that. But if you want to get into some solutions, I want to know how you going to get to it when black folk run around being coons and sheep like we are. I want to know about that. That's all the fuck I want to say. Shout out to Team Rob. You already know what the fuck it is. Black first, second, and third. And we are the solution. Like, who I am is the solution. Me walking with my head up around these fucking caves, not loving these motherfucking caves, loving my motherfucking women, loving myself. Like, I am the solution. I'm being the solution. What the fuck more? I mean, really, what the fuck more can we really do? I'm out.